I've already recorded an intro, or thought I recorded an intro, so here we go again. I only have 2 pages of this serial killer. I mean, I'm a little disappointed that there wasn't more information for me to give to you. However, my makeup look was way more involved than 2 pages. Excuse me. It was way more involved than 2 pages would have allowed me to do, and rather than being distracted by the makeup, I wanted to be able to focus on the true crime portion. So there will be 2 videos up today. One is makeup and one is true crime. Gary Ray Bowles was an American serial killer who was executed in 2019 for the murders of 6 men in 1994. He is sometimes referred to as the I-95 killer, since most of his victims lived close to the Interstate 95 highway. Bowles was born in Clinton Forge, Virginia, and was raised in Rupert, West Virginia. His father, Frank, who worked as a coal miner, had died from black lung disease 6 months before, and his mother, Frances, remarried several times. Bowles was abused by his second stepfather, a violent alcoholic, who also abused Bowles' mother and older brother. The abuse continued until at the age of 13, Bowles fought back and severely injured his stepfather. He left home soon thereafter, angered by his mother's decision to remain in the marriage. He was homeless for the next few years, earning money as a prostitute to men. In 1982, he was arrested for beating and sexually assaulting his girlfriend and was sentenced to 6 years in prison. In 1991, after his release from prison, he was convicted of unarmed robbery and the theft of an elderly woman's purse, a crime for which he was sentenced to 4 more years in prison. He was released in 2. On March 15, 1994, in Daytona Beach, Florida, Bowles killed his first known victim, John Hardy Roberts, 59, who had offered him a temporary place to live. Bowles beat and strangled him to death and then stole his credit card, which he later used in Kingsland, Georgia, and Nashville, Tennessee. Police soon considered him a suspect after finding his fingerprints and probation records at the crime scene. Over the next 6 months, Bowles murdered 4 other men: David Jarman, 39, in Wheaton, Maryland; Milton Bradley, 72, in Savannah, Georgia; Alverson Carter Jr., 47, in Atlanta, Georgia; and Albert Morris, 38, in Hillard, Florida. His typical MO was to prostitute himself to his victims before beating and strangling them and stealing their credit cards. Kind of sounds like the male version of Eileen Woodrose, doesn't it? Yeah, that's kind of who it makes me think of. While on the run, Bowles was put on the FBI's list of the country's 10 most wanted fugitives for his 4 known victims. On November 22, 1994, Bowles was arrested for the murder of Walter Jamel Che, 47, Hitler, in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, and confessed to all 6 murders. Following his arrest for the murders, Bowles told police that following his 1991 release from prison, he had moved to Daytona Beach and moved in with a girlfriend and resumed working as a prostitute. According to Bowles, his girlfriend became pregnant but then had an abortion after she learned that Bowles was a sex worker. Bowles told police officers that he blamed gay men for the abortion, and this led him to becoming a murderer. Really just sounds to me like he's a male version of Eileen Woodrose, except that she killed men who raped her, and he killed men because his girlfriend had an abortion. I don't know. In May 1996, Bowles pleaded guilty to the killing of Walter Jamel Hinton in Jacksonville on November 17, 1994. Hinton died after Bowles hit his head with a 40-pound stepping stone while Hinton was sleeping and stuffed a towel down his throat during the struggle. Bowles received the death penalty for Hinton's murder. In August 1997, while sitting on death row for the slaying of Hinton, Bowles pleaded guilty to beating and strangling Roberts in 1994. Bowles was found guilty of 3 counts of murder and sentenced to death, but the sentence was reversed by the Florida Supreme Court when they determined that the court erred by allowing the jury to hear that Bowles hated homosexuals and that the victim was gay. He was given a new sentencing hearing and in 1999 again received the death penalty. Sorry, I don't know why that was so much of a struggle. Bowles was executed by lethal injection on August 22, 2019, at the Florida State Prison in Rayford. His last meal was 3 cheeseburgers, french fries, and bacon. Pretty exciting. No, I'm kidding. It's not exciting at all. It's actually a horrible story. And I really was disappointed that there wasn't a whole lot of, information for me to bring to you guys. But like I said, that's why I didn't do the makeup with the actual true crime. It would have just been a lot of silence. So, yeah.
I have a question for you.
What?
If you were on death row, what would be your last meal?
If I was on death row, what would be my last meal? I don't even know. Pizza.
Tacos.
Pizza. Like the good pizza, though, not the gross pizza.
Good pizza.
Yeah.
Mine would be tacos.
Or steak. Because I love steak. Or Chipotle. I love Chipotle. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I have a better segment planned for next week. There's more information involved in that one. So be here next Monday for that. I'll be back tomorrow with more makeup. As always, please don't do anything I wouldn't do. Make good choices and be cautious and kind to others. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.